Hello, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me. Whoa, these cards are slippery today. As I'm saying that, I'm looking at the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Mercury and Sagittarius energy and the Queen of Cups. Looks like somebody might be wanting to make some contact, some healing contact. Of course, this is Cancer energy and Neptune energy, and it's around the love and it's around the emotions. This is a really fast energy, so it's something coming in. Ooh, your cards are just kind of going wherever they want to go, and yeah, in a different way. Anyway, let's see what this means for your reading. Virgo, this is also your channeled love messages reading. Pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet. Love messages from your person. Love messages, channeled love messages from their higher self. Virgo, I'm channeling for you in October. Look at these cards today. My gosh. October 2023. And, and you could be here in real time, of course. But you could also be here many months, even years later, as wild as that sounds. And the reason for that is this is a timeless reading. You're here when you're meant to be here. This is a fated connection, Virgo. It means there is a message for you here, and maybe quite literally, let's see. So welcome. I'm glad that you have found your way here. We're going to get right into reading, but before we do, I just want to remind you that all the decks that are coming in today are linked below. You'll also find this is yours. You'll also find all the playlists. The Hermit energy, that's you, Virgo. Virgo and Mercury energy, interesting. It's in reverse. So there is a separation between you and this person. No contact, no communication, and or in separation. What is that for you? It's a stuck energy. It's a lonely energy too. You know, it's where you go to figure things out. It's where you go to get clarity and figure out what you want. Hello, by the way. If you're in Seattle, there's going to be a particular set of you that are in Seattle because in the last 10 minutes, it's just come up a lot for me. So I know it's not for everybody for sure, but there's a connection for somebody here that I just need to send a shout out for. There's the Space Needle, and of course that's connecting with Source. That's connecting with the divine. You know, that's what you're doing here in the Hermit energy. You're going in there to just get some clarity, spiritual illumination. It's in reverse, so it's a stuck energy. It's the separation that's going on between you. And as I'm saying that, this is the bottom of the deck. It's Temperance. Of course, this is more Sagittarius energy. And it's Archangel Michael, the angel for strength and protection. Just wants to get everybody on the right path to the truth that's for everybody's highest good. You know, and this is a 14. It's coming to a 5. And of course, that's connecting with change. That's connecting for me with the 5th chakra, with the throat chakra, communication. And, you know, that's the crown chakra and what's going on with that. It's connected to Source as well. It's connected to Source here. And it's figuring things out, you know, figuring out how you're going to get to that sun energy, to the Source energy. It's the path leading there. The outcome, that's the best outcome for everybody. So this is revealing itself after we're seeing the stuck energy in the Hermit. So it looks like something might be, and we're going to move the energy. So it may come back, it may not. It served, it gave us the message that we needed to have. That's far too many. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle things around a little bit more here. Yeah, it looks like eventually there's going to be some contact and some truth coming. Let's see what else. Before we continue on, I just want to say that all the playlists are also linked below. All zodiac signs, all signs tarot readings, all signs love messages readings. They're love tarot readings. I think I'm calling that playlist Love Tarot / messages from your person. Also, if you're on a twin flame journey, there are a lot of very long and very in-depth twin flame readings below. And there's a lot more, so feel free to explore if you're inspired to do so. Just remember that this is a general tarot reading, so take what resonates, let the rest go. Remember that energies and outcomes, they can, they will, they do change. The future is not fixed. I would be so very grateful if you liked today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you haven't. And it goes without saying, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. Let's see what else is going on. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the moon in reverse. These three are definitely the sun and the moon in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, the Page of Cups. So this is definitely a no contact, no communication reading. Somebody has, your person has left the connection. Now, it can also be that for some of you, this is where your person that you're here for today, your specific person, your someone, maybe someone that's even come into your mind, it's where their energy is the strongest here. Of course, they're everywhere. And we're seeing the Eight of Cups in the uprights, the Saturn and Pisces energy. And that is the energy of somebody who has kind of backed away from the connection. Could be also just backing away from communication. There can also be some ghosting that's going on here, and it's looking a little bit like that. I mean, it's a lonely energy. We know the separation energy is here, and my throat chakra's already starting to go nuts in Virgo. That is you. That is you in Gemini, of course. And right here in the partnership placement is the moon card. So this is really connecting more for me. By the way, we're going to continue in just a moment here along the lines of temperance, because this is clarity and this is the truth coming. So there is going to be a connection here eventually. Let's see exactly what that means, because the sun is also in reverse, you know, and this is a lot. This is why everything is stuck here. The Hermit energy, look, and it's, you know, this is the Page of Cups. It is kind of a, I want to say, and bear with me with this funny throat chakra, because I feel like I have to, I don't know, catch my breath, and yeah. Anyway, so this is kind of like, for me, a student energy, like an apprentice energy. Look at the deep feelings, first of all. You know, this little dog here looks a little bit leery. It almost has full card energy. That cup, of course, the Page of Cups with an offer here. And, you know, the dog is kind of looking at it going, is this, you know, well, I don't know. You're holding it kind of far away from me. I'm going to have to maybe go into this water. And that's the emotional energy. So there's fear here, even in this energy. And that can be the case. It can be somebody is younger. Your person is younger than you. It doesn't mean that they are. It can even just be some emotional immaturity, or some emotional, for sure, actually, emotional unavailability. This octopus, you know, lives at the bottom of the ocean, and it's coming up for air, quite literally. And with it, it's bringing a lot of deep emotions. So there's a lot of deep emotions there with your person, but there's also some fear. And we're seeing why things are stuck. And that I also feel playing a big part in why you've been separated. The moon and the sun are both in reverse. So, you know, you're not communicating here. This person, your person, is not opening up. It's major arcanas, of course. I mean, it's the moon and the sun. They can't live without each other, but they're in reverse here. This is Pisces energy, and Gemini and Cancer is also coming through. And then, of course, there's the sun energy that we also saw within Temperance, getting everybody to that energy, to the path that's the highest, that's the path that's the best for everybody, for your highest good, for your person's highest good, for everybody's highest good. The reversal energy here is telling me that it's delayed. This is a delay. It's a sadness. It's a loneliness here. Waiting for, I mean, you know, this energy here, because this is somebody who has left emotionally in a communication. I'm now all of a sudden tongue-tie. My gosh, this is the cups. It's the emotional energy. It's the love. They're looking right here at the stream, which is clearly flowing. The emotions are there, but this is somebody who checked out, stepped out emotionally and communication-wise, and for some of you physically too. And it's clearly a lonely energy, it's a stuck energy, and this is why. Because the conscious, it's the sun, the source, God, goddess, the universe, the divine, the outcome. It's Leo energy. It's also that crown chakra, which is working things out, which isn't happening here. Things aren't growing, things aren't moving. It's the conscious, and this is the subconscious, and it's shining on the moon, and it's illuminating everything. They're both in reverse. The sun energy in reverse, it's temporary. So there's a sadness around waiting. But we also know that it's not going to stay in reverse. So it is a temporary energy, which we also saw in Temperance already, wanting to come through. What does this mean? Is this going to be communication only? Is it going to be something more? Okay, look what's showing itself. I got to show you here at the bottom of the deck. It's the Emperor in reverse. This is not surprising at all. So we're also seeing in the Moon card, look, there's something here in this connection. Is this you? Is this your person? I think this might be your person. It's the Two of Pentacles, that there's something else there between you. There's somebody who, what are the other options? What is the choice that they're making? Because you're one of these pentacles. It's commitment energy. And that's relationships, but what to what? It can be a lot of things. Relationships to another person romantically, platonically, family relationships, money, work, location, cultural, religious differences, somebody's connection, commitment to someone, something, an idea, whatever it is. So there is something else here in the connection. For some of you, it's already pretty clear. It's around a twin flame communication, but that's just not for everybody, okay? And because that is the infinity symbol, but that's also about balance. And by the way, this is Capricorn and Saturn energy. Saturn, of course, kind of slows some things down. There puts some obstacles in the way, makes you work a little bit harder. And so this is the Saturn energy, but this is bringing Libra through. The infinity symbol does connect us to Libra, and that's balancing things out, and that's the truth coming, and that's, kind of the truth that everybody needs to hear to get you on the right path, so connecting us more to Temperance. So Archangel Michael is here today. We saw the card, it went back, maybe it comes back, it doesn't really matter. And of course, it's just that kind of love, I don't know if you feel like this was your person, what does that mean? It's going to mean something for everybody different, but you know what I mean. We can have more than one soulmate, and that energy also comes through in Temperance. And of course, soulmates come in, and not just romantically speaking. This is a soulmate energy for sure, but there's something here in this connection that has to get decided on. Clearly there's a decision around here. And this is the other thing. It's clarity. So clarity is coming. There's a decision I feel that's going to be made. And the truth is also coming. We see that. It hasn't been easy for anybody. I mean, the puppy even, of course, in reverse, because it's the reflection, the illusion here. They're looking at their reflection is also looking kind of a lot melancholy. And this is the emotional energy. And that's the ego, the sun. Look what it's catty corner to. So for a lot of you, this may not even be a romantic decision. It can be somebody's fear around commitment as well. And that's the other thing I wanted to say to you. It really is just going to be different for everybody. But the Emperor, is in reverse here. It's Aries and Mars energy. And this is an energy of a lot of ego, some immature energy, which also came through strangely. Here they're paired together in the Page of Cups. I just want to show you the actual card. So there's that sword, interesting here in the Emperor energy, and that's transactional, it's clarity in relationships. The Emperor, likes things a particular way. It's Emperor energy. Of course, there's the crown, and it's in reverse here. It's the ego. That's their ego is slowing a lot of it down, and also the immature energy around their emotions, because there is also an energy here of hiding their emotions. Interesting what's going on with this King of Pentacles. Are they coming here? Is this decision that I feel like is going to be made, in particular, some type of communication. Again, and it can be that it's, in particular with that Eight of Wands that came through, that's Mercury and Sagittarius energy. And of course, that's the planet of the mind. That's the planet of communication. So it's on their mind. And it's a communication that's really fast. And it can be a message. But it can also just be by phone. Or for some of you, you know, through the grapevine. I don't always hear that coming through, but I am hearing that. So for some of you, there is a connection. So that can be what they're coming here with this pentacle. You know, look, this puppy has run kind of from the house, and it's like they've gone out into the yard, and you know, they like to bury things and have brought this pentacle up, and it's looking a lot like the pentacle is right here on source. You know, look at how they're glowing with the sunflowers. The sunflowers need source, need the sun. Look at that. So this is also really telling, because I think this is what you're waiting for. You know, and it's not just communication, but the emotional availability, the truth, the emotional connection, and I want to say a message or communication that's emotionally opening up, literally, because we see that it's coming, just when it's temporary, that it's delayed, you know. But can it be that some of you are waiting also for a commitment offer, or I want to say recommitment, you know? It doesn't necessarily mean that, but this King of Pentacles, you know, has been thinking about it and has a plan, you know, and this puppy ran away out into the yard where it had buried it, and it's up now. And it's here with a butterfly. So that's transformational energy. So that's changing things in this connection. And that's having made this choice. So one of these pentacles is you, and what's the other one? You know, work, money, a third-party situation for some of you. Of course, that can very much be the case. Well, it is the case with your person, because there's also some issues with commitment with your person. So they're also kind of a third party, if you know what I mean. But again, it can be for some of you that is another romantic connection. It can be interference. Again, money, work, cultural, religious differences. But it's slowed down, because that's source here. Underneath that pentacle, that's the sun. And the sunflowers need that to grow. And that is connecting here to the sun, because that's connecting to the crown chakra and knowing what to do and kind of how to work things out. And the transformational energy, which is, yeah, kind of redoing things. It's transformational, you know, coming out of the dark into the light, some information coming, communication around this connection. But again, it's slowed down quite literally, because this is the sun in reverse, and that's the sun, that's the source under here. There is a knowing, look, there's one sunflower here with this puppy. It's coming forward. It's the King of Pentacles, but it's right below the sun in reverse. So they left this connection, and they're not offering or coming here with what you've been waiting for. And a lot of that is tied up to the ego, but a lot of that is also here. I mean, you can see it. Their ego is in here as well. But there's something else here, and you can actually see it. If you look right behind this dog, look what's there. There are 3 dogs here. And that's the divine, and that's divine timing. So, of course, as always, Spirit has a plan when things are meant to be. My throat chakra is starting to go crazy. But of course, third party, it's in their head too. It's kind of connecting, almost like it's on their mind. So there is an energy of, for some of you, it's exactly commitment issues. It's not going to be for everybody, because that goes beyond for a lot of you. Because what is it? You know, again, we don't need to go over it again. But that's 3 there. You know, so is that interference? Is it another relationship? Is it romantically, I want to say, is it a relationship to a country, a state, money, a state of mind? But the ego is here, and the hiding of the feelings. And that 8 of Cups, you know, of course, that's around the love, and it's around the emotional energy. And you can see that it's still flowing. And I'm just looking here as our dog is contemplating it, you know, pulling back. So this is the other thing. no contact, no communication, and or in separation. For some of you, that's what it is. It's just all of it completely. But it's also kind of it can be like a withdrawal feeling, you know, kind of backing away too from the commitment, from the connection, from the emotional energy, because it's still flowing. And I'm just looking here, and there's a little hummingbird that's here. It's a little messenger over here getting ready to, yeah, actually, I think the hummingbird beak is already here for the nectar on the flower. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So we'll come back to that. We'll see what is revealing. And I want to look underneath the deck. It's the Three of Swords in reverse. This is Saturn Libra energy. So this is an apology. This is a healing energy, and it's the healing energy we saw coming through with the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So it's a message, an apology, or communication. Look at the red thread of fate, and I want to show you the card. You know, it was obviously difficult for some of you. This is a breakup energy. It's heartbreak. And so that it's been difficult. That's what I want to say. So whether it's somebody who's just pulled away from communicating or completely isn't communicating, or you have no contact, no communication, and you're separated, because this is a stuck energy and it's a lonely energy. And you can see that really they're stuck emotionally too, in their ego, some immature energy, some commitment energy, and what's that other pentacle again? And you can see some fear around it. And this, of course, it's just passing the two here. And that's the two of you. That's the duality, the dark to the light. That's the balance, bringing in divine feminine, divine masculine energies. And that's, you know, polar opposites forming in union as they balance out their divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Because this Emperor energy, your person, you could be dealing with a divine masculine. It doesn't mean that you are, because we all have the energy. But if that's resonating for you. But this is, yeah, it's an overabundance of divine masculine energy. So they're balancing things out, is what I want to say. And you can see it's kind of going past that, even in reverse. And balancing out those energies is going to, you know, you're going to be able to come in a more balanced way and offer the apology, you know, versus holding back or completely holding back or giving too much. It's the balance. And this is coming here with an apology. So there's a communication coming in with an apology and this, wanted to stay. And I was hearing that I needed to read from the bottom now, and this is why. Because Temperance is saying, yeah, I'm back, I'm here, I am here. It's Archangel Michael. And returning, never really left. It's Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Again, this is a major arcana, and it's Jupiter. You know, that's the planet of prosperity, expansion. Expansion of what? The mind, thoughts, growth, and the connection. Seeing things in a different way, getting everybody here to that sun energy, the source. Almost looks like an orange, but it's not. There's an evil eye in there, you know, and that's the protective energy. And it's, you know, look, wearing their heart here. Angel wings, of course. Archangel Michael, again, just look at that emotional energy flowing. The healing energy just wants to get everybody here. So we see that it's happening. It's just a temporary energy of not talking. And get everybody on the right path to what's going to be good for everybody, you know? Because I just saw the Hangman in reverse. So that is, well, yeah, that's a little bit, a lot. It's Uranus energy. It's a little bit of a selfish energy, you know? And just somebody who's indecisive and who's been kind of, you know, it's like almost like a Six of Pentacles in reverse somehow. It's like it's a one-sided, it's a little bit of selfish energy. But I really like this because this is telling us what we already knew. And wow. Yeah. Really clear that this is more apologetic energy. What we already knew, that there is some truth, you know, and clarity coming here. A decision being made about this connection that you have. and whatever else has been in the way. And you're going to know what that is. And it just is going to be different for everyone. And it can be more than one thing. And this Ten of Swords is more of the energy that we already know here. It's in reverse. This is an apology. This is asking for forgiveness, literally. It's asking for forgiveness. And it's the Sun in Gemini. Gemini is all about communication, of course, connected to Mercury, the ruling planet, which is also your ruling planet, Virgo. And it's the Sun again. You know, look, and it's in reverse. So that's the energy. It's coming out of this. It's a new cycle, but it really is, well, it's always up. You know, I always feel silly when I say divine timings for everyone. Sometimes, you know, I sound silly saying it, but I mean, Spirit has a plan, and it really is a temporary energy. It's just not happening right now, but it will eventually when you're coming together. Things are, my eyes are really itchy, so that's judgment energy. And as I say that, my throat's going crazy. It's a matter of timing, because you have free will, your person has free will, everyone has free will, you know, and decisions made by any party anywhere will change the trajectory, will change the path. This is, look, there's that Sun energy. So it's a temporary energy. There is going to be a new cycle. It's going to be the end of this stuck cycle and this lonely cycle and this not knowing cycle, you know, and a renewal. And that 10 deduces into a 1. That's the new beginning. Also saying that there's potential here. Is it potential for coming back together? Or is it for coming back together and just talking and seeing what's good for everyone? Kind of both, I feel like. It's really up to the both of you. And that's also saying that it's around, I want to say, an opportunity, you know, so having that opportunity to talk or write. Because that 8 of Wands, it's a really fast energy, you know, and that came in with the Queen of Cups. And that is the healing energy around this love. And it's the emotional healing energy. It's the most supportive, nurturing, healing energy here around the emotions. Came in here with that 8 of Wands. So it's really clear that it is not, it's an apology. It's a pretty big apology. It's a big apology. And it's a new start energy. You know, it's full and upright energy. It's Aquarius and Uranus energy as well. And, you know, that's the energy of at least working things out to see where they're going instead of this sort of, yeah, well, the standstill stuck energy, whatever that's going to be. And I want to show you too, just turning it over to show you, you know, this dog is, look, is crying. This is making me sad. Look at the healing lotus flowers. You know, you can't get any more than 10 swords in. So these are coming out. I'm hoping you're past this energy now, and I think you are. Some of you might still be there, even though your person's energy is here, is to come and apologize. And, you know, the transformational butterfly energy is, this is a, I want to say, coming from a sincere place. So this apology feels really real to me. And, you know, here when it was in the upright, you can see that it's blocking the sun, and that this is also kind of a dreamy energy. You know, it's what's on their mind, and they're remembering it, and it's sad. It's kind of 6 of Cups energy in some ways for me today. Interesting. But blocking that outcome, blocking, you know, the energy of the sun, literally. You know, look at all the clouds here. That's also connecting again to that dreamy energy, which is also connecting to the Neptune energy and the Queen of Cups, the healing energy. And we know that that's coming. I hope you're out of this. And if you're not, you will be soon. You know, it's the choices that you're making. Yeah, look what's here. It's the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So before we talk about the 7 of Pentacles, I just want to talk about this because this is exactly what has been coming through. It's just not even a question. And I feel really emotional because I feel I'm feeling it coming from your energy of just really needing this. This Knight of Swords has a lot to say. I mean, it's relentless energy. You know, look, they're coming out of this storm. This water is really, it's tumultuous. And of course, it's the water energy here within the Knight of Swords. You know, that's the emotional energy, and it's the love, and they're carrying a sword. So they're carrying that that truth, that communication, the clarity, information. And they're coming in really fast. Again, it's connecting, everything's connecting us right back to the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups energy. It's a little crab there, a little Cancer there also in this energy. That's interesting. The Knight of Swords is Libra and Mercury energy. I mean, yeah, it's the planet of the mind, the planet of communication, and they're thinking about it. They're doing it here. They're coming. It's like it's coming. It's not stopping them, you know? And it's the Sword energy. That's transactional. It's clarity. And it's somebody who knows, you know, it's thinking quite logically what they're going to do, coming here with a lot of emotional energy and a lot of clarity and a lot to say. And it's coming in really fast. And it's also coming here with the Five of Cups. And this is Mars and Scorpio energy. And yeah, so there's a lot of regret that I feel is going to be expressed, because we see there's a lot of apologetic energy here. Some truth, some information being revealed for sure. There's a lot of regret here. And for leaving you feeling like they didn't love you. So whether that was communication only or person, like in person, you know, separation, physical separation too. And look what comes right above here. It's the Source here within this Five of Cups. And of course, it's the Sun energy again. And look what's right in front of it. It's the Two of Cups. And that's bringing in Venus and Cancer. And that's bringing in this love. And that's telling me that there is still a connection. However, there is one foot out the door, and that might be you. It's coming through here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's Venus and Taurus energy, because you've been waiting for communication, contact, and a lot of you have been waiting for this Pentacle. Maybe even for some of you, this Two of Cups coming through, waiting for some type of proposal, whether it's marriage or moving in or next level, whatever it is, or just simply the message or proposing to talk, you know. You've got one foot out the door here. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Look what you're holding on to. It's that Pentacle, sort of like, do you know yet what you're doing? Hopeful. Look at this, all how hopeful. Going out here over to their yard, which is water. So we have Six of the Pentacles are sitting here in the water, which is interesting because that's bringing in the Moon in Taurus. That is the Six of Pentacles here within the Seven. And that's right here in the water energy, the emotional energy, which connects with the Moon in Taurus, which is that Six of Pentacles there. And that's the reciprocal giving energy. So waiting for them to come emotionally, waiting for them to come with this Pentacle, whether it's truth around it, whether it's an offer, whether it's a re-offer, whatever it is, it's what you've been waiting for, literally, because we see them here with it, but it's connected to the Sun in reverse. It's slowed down. We know it's coming. I mean, Archangel Michael is looking over here saying, you know, hello, I want to get you guys on the right path here. And clearly this Emperor wants to apologize and is planning to apologize. They need to make this decision here in the Two of Pentacles. Essentially, I want to say uprighting that Sun energy, which it's spinning anyway, because it's temporary energy that it's in reverse. But look, you're right in front of that, of the crown chakra here, the Source, the Sun. You're in front of it. You're kind of blocking it because you're waiting for this. You're waiting for them to come here, and you look very hopeful. You've been very patient. It's been delayed. You've been waiting. You've been literally waiting patiently. So one foot out the door. That's what's interesting. This is love here coming in this Two of Cups. So this is telling me that there's still love here between you, that you're still in each other's energy and there's still a hopeful energy. But this is an alignment as well here, because this puppy also looks sad, and your person has a lot of regret, and they're coming in really fast here, okay? But there's also that energy of you here, you know? And look what's right in front. It's the Three of Cups. It's the Three of Cups there. It's Mercury. Cancer energy, more Mercury energy, emotional. So for some of you, there may have even been some type of connection you had at an actual event that led to a lot of this, or just connects to it. It won't be for everyone, but it's also you know, it's like the cups are empty, but look at the emotional energy. It almost looks like it's a stream going through here. It's connecting here so strongly for me today. It's kind of like after this decision to leave, whether it was just communication or it was more, you know, physical for some of you too, breakup energy for a lot of you. That's kind of what was left, you know, and it's the lack of communication here. Look how emotional it is. The Three of Cups are all down. I mean, are they empty? It's the divine timing. It's communication. And it's around the love. It's the emotional energy again. So it's waiting. It's for the lack of that. For some of you, it's something that maybe even happened at a particular event. It could even have included family and friends. And I'm hearing that's really not going to be for probably a lot of you, but for somebody needed to hear that, just like somebody needed to connect with Seattle today. But that's that water here, that energy, and kind of what was left. And it's interesting because there's poppies here, which is a making peace energy. But that's kind of the aftermath, because this is the regret for leaving. This is the regret for leaving you feeling like they didn't love you, because they love you. Look, there's still love between you, both of you. Spirit is here. Messenger right in their ear, literally. And we got big ears. Maybe your person has big ears. That's super weird. But anyway, this messenger is here whispering. And yeah, they're getting that download. They're feeling, you know, I mean, Archangel Michael, we knew, came in and wanted to come back. And they know that they need to apologize here, for sure. And there are still a lot of feelings between you. They're getting these messages. And that's the other thing. It's the emotional. For some of you, this is a recent happening, I want to say. But for a lot of you, it's not that it's so recent. It's just that it's still raw. It's still hurtful, even if it's just coming up when you're thinking about it here in a reading or whenever. Because you see the emotional energy is still flowing. It's still, you know, it's waiting too, waiting for connection. It's a lot, is what it is. And, okay, I want to bring in another deck. It's already shuffled. It's ready to go. I want to move the energy just a little bit in real time, you know, just to kind of soak up the energy here. It's the Hangman in reverse. It's exactly the energy I was feeling. This is the selfish energy. Wow. Yeah, look where it's going right here with the Eight of Cups. Actually, it kind of needs to go here because it's going with the apology, and it's also connecting to some ego, the arrogance. I mean, look at that. Here in the Emperor in reverse, the immaturity, the holding back of the feelings. Of course, when the Emperor comes in, it can be direct connection for some of you that you're dealing with an older male, but that's not going to be for everyone. And you know, there's no gender in tarot. You know that. So that's the message that's just not going to be for everybody. But that Hangman energy, felt that coming, and it's just really not surprising. And again, that's Pisces energy. It's also Uranus energy, and that's a lot of that is what changed a lot of this. I mean, it's not a bad place to be. You know, it's you go in there and get a different perspective and figure some things out, work some things out. Look, it's all the blood rushing to the head. It's the crown chakra activated here, you know, and that is spiritual chakra, messages from the divine, which we know are happening here, even here in that, there it is, in that Eight of Cups, that energy. And, you know, those poppies, making peace energy, working things out, and getting different perspectives, seeing things from everybody's way, from everybody's side. But I saw that coming in reverse, and it's a validation, of course, because it is that selfish energy. It's kind of a one-sided energy, and they're sorry. They were really only seeing things from their way, whatever that other pentacle is, the arrogance, immaturity, whatever it is, and they're apologizing here. It's happening here right now in your reading, and it's highly likely that there's a communication coming. You know, energies are always changing, but we saw that very early on with the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, that it's a communication here, validating that also with Temperance, you know, Archangel Michael coming back, the Knight of Swords. It's just really clear that, yeah. And interesting, because the Fool energy was also here, but it's interesting because it's coming in reverse. So that's still connecting for me with that Ten of Swords energy, because they're also sorry for this. You know, this is Aquarius energy, of course, and Uranus energy. It's the Fool's journey, you know. It's in reverse here. So they were careless. They were, well, there's an absence emotionally. And for some of you in the connection physically, there's an apathy of kind of like not really wanting to deal with things, not dealing with things, not taking it maybe seriously. You know, I want to say not validating your feelings, you know, not the one-sided energy. So that's coming through, and we're keeping that because that wanted to come through, but I'm not taking any more from the bottom right now because I'm just hearing that's not what's happening. By the way, sometimes the overall energy comes, sometimes it doesn't. I know it's the case with Cancer. It didn't. It happens. It's really rare, but it does. Sometimes it can also come as a channeled song message or a love message, an oracle card, whatever, you know, is coming in. Let's, Ace of Wands showing itself at the bottom of the deck. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. And this is literally, well, it's fast energy. It's leading with the heart. It's the energy of love. It's just getting an inspiration to just kind of come, you know, just getting an urge. So that's that message. It's a message or it's the communication. It's strong that it's a message. You know, if you watch my readings, you know that Mercury connects for me really strongly with reading and writing, you know. So for a lot of you, this is going to be about a message. It's for sure here today, but I mean, you know, in real time. But it's also just communication in general. So when they get this urge, and it can be just a nocturnal energy, you know, it's coming through here for some of you, that they just, the message or communication just comes out of nowhere here. It comes out of nowhere here. Okay. So that is also yours. And this is just kind of how it's going today. That wasn't supposed to be yours. Actually, I was going to shuffle, but just kind of Spirit just took it right out of my hand. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Wow, that's interesting. It's the High Priestess in reverse, and it's going here. Why is that? Well, because I feel like you're maybe not sure what you want to do. And this is a message for you from, literally, from your Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors to trust yourself, you know, because that Hermit energy is a stuck energy, and it's for everybody, really. It's your first energy that came through. I feel like you still love each other. There's love between you, and there's an underlying respect that I'm feeling, which has obviously been breached. So that really needs to be, there's a lot that you need to hear from your person. Has their insight, I want to say, been cloudy? Yes, it has. So it's here. By the way, it's Cancer and energy. There's a lot of emotional energy here today, even within, you know, sword energy and air energy here today. But this is also the divine feminine energy. So we're seeing, interestingly, the Emperor in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. And that's the divine feminine energy. Also just not being sure what to do, kind of like an overabundance, you know. So there's still some more of that, what choice to make. Here, this 2, of course. Second, the High Priestess card. Number 2, excuse me. And it's having trouble making that decision, you know. This is lifting the veil, and look what it's around. Look where the sword is. It's right here. I believe that is a heart. It's kind of an interesting looking heart. I'm pretty sure that's a heart, isn't it? Yeah, and there's one over here looking at it. This is sort of the past energy. It's the sword, and of course, I mean, it's the High Priestess. There's the wand, the cup, and the moon. There's the pentacle. Having access to all the elements, well, of course, I mean, it's the High Priestess, you know, like the Empress. And reverse here. So having trouble making that decision of exactly what you want to do, you know, and trusting yourself, because I see that there is a connection here still with you. And I do feel like there's one foot out the door. And of course, you're going to be able to validate that or not. You know, it really is just going to be different for everybody. This is coming through as yours. Wow. Okay, look at that. It's the 5 of Cups coming back. Where did the 5 of Cups go? There it is. And it's coming back. It's coming in reverse. So this is more energy of asking for forgiveness. This is an energy of, this is also a hopeful energy of that they're going to apologize and come in. And yeah, that you can, either for some of you, you might really be wanting to step away and leave this whole thing behind. But for some of you, it really is just an energy of leaving behind what happened. So what you do there, from there, whether you want to come back together or not, or there's an opportunity, isn't super clear. And it is going to be different for everyone. But look, the sun is still in reverse here. That's interesting. And of course, this is the Mars and Scorpio energy. But this is more of the forgiveness energy. Look, it's also connecting here with that stuck energy in the Hermit. Of course, the Five of Cups, the regret that they have for this Eight of Cups. Connecting here with the energy of the Knight of Swords, the way they're coming in to say a lot to you, a lot. Connecting also with this Page of Cups, really deep emotions that they're afraid of. Making this choice with this Pentacle, whether it's a permanent choice leading to something more, that Two of Cups up there, or it's just coming together and talking, but it's a really strong energy for me today of communication and an apology. And it kind of just, yeah, coming out of nowhere here. And, you know, how long have you been waiting? Because you have one foot out the door. You know, it's a minor arcana energy. So it's one decision away. It's a day-to-day energy. It's one decision away of saying, okay, yeah, I'm out. Reversing that and saying, okay, you know, I was waiting and waiting. But I can see that you're not sure what to do. You know, you're connecting here with the High Priestess in reverse. And there's that Sun energy in reverse. The Nine of... more of it, so that's where it wants to go. The Nine of Swords, it's showing itself, and I'm hearing I need to give this message, but then I'm going to turn it around and do one more channeling, and we're going to bring in some love messages. This is more energy. I like this. This is healing energy. It's recovering energy. And, you know, the Knight of Swords is that nocturnal energy of not really sleeping very well. Look, nobody's in that cage here, but look, you're both meeting here. It's kind of like dreamy energy for me. You know, I mean, it's Gemini and Mars energy, so that is communicative energy. And it's the lack of it here when it was in the upright. And look, you're on 1, 2, 3. You're right in between the 3 and the 4 of Swords. Well, yeah, it's when it was here, it's not really sleeping very well. You know, between the breakup or the separation or the no contact, no communication energy in that 4 of Swords, the in-between where you go to kind of figure things out and recover. It's not been easy. That's what I want to say. You know, and it's in reverse here. I like that. It's one sword away from 10, which we see also here in reverse. And that's the apologetic energy. So this is, yeah, they're out of all this. This is coming. It's a healing energy. And I really like this a lot. And so we saw it. I'm going to move the energy. Maybe it comes back. Maybe it doesn't. And we're going to see if anything else wants to come through before we bring in some channeled love messages. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's the Death card. Wow. I'm going to tell you what this is, okay? I'm going to tell you what this is. And so obviously it's the Death card. It's Scorpio energy. This is a card of changes. This is a card of transformation. This is a card of rebirth. There's a making peace energy here. I mean, it's the Death card, you know. And that's the other thing. It's the 13. It's coming to a 4. And that's manifesting. What is that manifesting? Well, that is manifesting a foundation with 4 areas of support and stability there. Manifesting that. So that's mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. It's kind of like everything. It's like it's a new start. But you know what else this is? And it's a real clear. It's them getting over their ego. It's the death of their ego here. Because we see the sun in reverse has come here twice. You know, that's the ego. It's the temporary energy that this emperor here has not been coming with the emotional energy, some arrogance, some immaturity, trouble with this other pentacle decision, whatever that is. Well, we know that they're involved as a third party too, but there may be for a lot of you other third parties. We already know that. This is the death of the ego. And this is this person from the past. How far back? For some of you, it's near. For some of you, it's not that far back. And it's coming back in a different energy. you know, with a deeper physical connection. Also a psychic connection here. So that's interesting. And there is an energy that they're changing. Are they going to be asking for a second chance to come together? Maybe. It's not, you know, it's real clear that they're coming back asking for forgiveness. I'll tell you that. And a chance just to kind of clean the slate. Are they going to be... Are they going to be making an offer here? Well, they're coming in with communication for sure. There's a lot to say. They have a lot of regret. I feel that there is still love here. You've been waiting for it, you know, and when this comes, this inspiration, it's going to be pretty fast, and it may be triggered by something, and it may have already been triggered for some of you by something they've seen or heard, because you have one foot out the door here. You know, you're indecisive, I feel. And that's where they were. They were indecisive, not making a move here. Selfish. They're coming out of that. This is the death of their ego here. It's changes coming here, whatever they're going to be, and whether you take that step and you keep moving on, or you sit here and you wait for things to play out, you know. Whatever you're deciding, of course, because you have free will. Your person has free will. I want to bring in some channeled love messages now. And I've been reading from these a lot the last few days because they were a gift from a viewer. I was giving away decks at one point, and she had won a deck, so we connected, and she sent me this deck. Yeah, so let's see. We're going to bring in also, of course, some channeled love messages from the tarot closet. Let's see what your person has to say. It's messages from their higher self, not their ego. Channeled love messages, messages from your person. What do you want to say to your Virgo? Well, that was really wasting no time, because I do feel that energy here today, that they love you, and that's a validation. Obviously, I love you. And it's here. So there's your overall energy today. That's interesting. I was not expecting that at all. I wish I could share my good news with you. That's interesting. What is that? And it might be getting, well, something, there is going to be some news and contact, communication. It's a matter of when and what. I want to tell you how I feel. Well, it's definitely this. I mean, it's everywhere here today. I'm so attracted to you. Okay, Emperor. Energy. I like that, though. I feel you even though we are apart. So for some of you, that is, of course, the physical disconnect. It's not for everyone, because for some of you, it's just about communication. You know, breakdown, I want to say, or issues. But for a lot of you, it is no contact, no communication, and or in separation. So many things remind me of you. That's the Six of Cups energy that I was feeling, the nostalgic energy. I know that I crossed the line with you. Interesting. Yeah. I wish I had treated you better. Right here with the death of the ego, connecting to that Eight of Cups. The Sun in reverse. This is what a lot of what you've been waiting to hear. I hope that you can forgive me one day. There's a lot of apologetic energy here. Yeah, a lot. It came through early, and there's a lot of validation. My life is not as together as it seems. That's interesting. It's connecting right here with the Emperor, too, who sometimes has a particular image, you know. I couldn't let you get close to me. So that won't be for everyone, but it's definitely for a lot of you. That might be the third-party interference within your person, I want to say, you know. Commitment issues. And that's not for everyone, because for some of you, those commitment issues are just going beyond your person's issues with it. These are both yours. Nope, that one snuck right in. Oh my gosh. Okay. I lost myself for a little while. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the little itty bitty tarot closet today. I've just been feeling these lately. Whoa. I still want you. I want to kiss you. Okay. Are you going to let me get you out? Yeah. Okay, these are yours. You are the love of my life. Wow. You are never far from my mind. These cards are kind of like they have a mind of their own today. I will never give up on us. That's it for those. 3, the most I take. What's going on here? I dream of you. Neptune energy. It's also Pisces energy. Head in the clouds energy. I'm sending you telepathic messages. So you've been getting some messages. You are my biggest wish. You were so good to me. I am waking up. So this was the eye rubbing. This is the judgment energy. You know, when that happens, it's generally an energy, and it can be coming from either side, but it came from your person's side. And yeah, that's judgment energy. That's Archangel Gabriel. Clarity, a decision, a wake-up call. What do you want? Because that's the thing. Everybody's been stuck. The Hermit is in reverse. I mean, that's Virgo energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that's you here, but you are. I feel like everybody is. You know, it's connecting for you with the 7 of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse, you know, the uncertainty. Because there is a connection here, but obviously you've been through a lot together. This is about making that decision. It's that wake-up call. Again, it's a matter of time here. And when it happens, I feel like it's going to be triggered by something. It's just, I feel like, yeah, it's going to take you, it's going to be coming out of nowhere. We're going to bring in some totems today, Virgo. Oh, look at that. There's that crab that's in the Knight of Swords. I hope that it got the charms. I think it did, the totems today. I was just putting your crab here over on your Knight of Swords, where there's a crab. Interesting, because obviously that's Libra and Mercury energy. Libra, you know, the balancing out to come in with a whole lot to say. The truth, you know. The divine feminine, divine masculine energies, if they're balancing out, we know they're working on that big time with the Death card here and the Emperor in reverse. Anyway, I think it picked it up, but it's around that emotional energy. It's Cancer energy. So for some of you, you know, this is an earth sign or a water sign you're dealing with, but this is not going to be for everyone. You know, it's never about that anyway. So don't worry. It's the energies. This got moved and I'm just sitting here holding it. I will never give up on us. Put your crab there. So look at that. That's a big old I love you. For some of you, there is a religious connection. Of course, there's a spiritual connection between you. You know, it's the fish with the cross. I don't generally talk about religion in my readings here, so I'm going to leave that for you to, you know, whether you resonate with that or not. So this is interesting because it's a peacock. And, you know, they fluff up their feathers when they're trying to attract like a mate. Interesting. Are they coming here with that King of Pentacles fluffing up their their peacock feathers here? Because, yeah, there has been some ego here. But there's, you know, that's oftentimes around some fear too, because there's some immaturity. So are they just trying to fluff them up to get that courage? Angels are watching over. Angels watching over me. So there is a, well, yeah, it's a guided connection. We know that. But also somebody's angel is here. I really like that. The starfish. It's a star, first of all. It's connecting to the star energy, you know. The renewal, the hope, the clarity, the fated connection. The biggest wish energy. And it's a fish. Interesting. You know, it's the emotional energy. It's in the water. It's psychic energy too. It's actually really strong. And it's starfish. You know, it's infinite possibilities. It's making something work that wasn't. There's not a lot of letters today. TYA. Yeah. Although we have J to say yeah here in Austria. Yeah, I guess you would say. Well, you know, a lot of times things can be spelled out. We don't have enough here, but can be initials, you know, for locations and names. There can be, normally with numbers, either obviously it can be repeating numbers, angel numbers that you're seeing or that are just coming through for you. Birth dates, ages, anniversaries. There's only 2 here today, but important ones because this is a 6. First of all, it's connecting me to Venus, but that's also a healing energy. It's a very healing energy here and restoring some harmony between the 2 of you. So I really like this, and that's all based around this action. This is an action number, and there's a lot of Gaia healing energy around an 8. So I really, really love this. And of course, it's an infinity symbol on the side. You know, it's not for everyone that it's your twin flame that's here. It's not a twin flame reading. That energy is here. But that's also just that kind of connection that you have with this person. And that's really what your reading has also been a lot about. It's come in quite strong is the balance. The yin-yang energy, balancing it out, the truth, getting everybody there. What's the best path for everybody? That's for everybody's highest good. Okay, beautiful charm reading, beautiful totem reading, Virgo, and a beautiful reading. I really enjoyed your reading. I hope you did too. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you haven't. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to get your I love you straight. Speaking of, I love you very much. Thank you for being here. And thank you for joining me, liking the video again, subscribing. Take good care of yourself. Love and light to you. And I look forward to seeing you at another love reading.